Welcome to part 2 of the Polynomials videos. Here we're going to talk about adding or subtracting polynomials together, and really all this comes down to is knowing what are like terms. As long as you add or subtract like terms, you will have no problem adding or subtracting polynomials. So let's take a look at our first example here. We have 3x squared plus 7 plus x plus 14x cubed plus 2 plus x squared minus x. We want to start by adding like terms, and we want to begin with the highest degree monomial. This monomial has a degree of 2, a degree of 0, a degree of 1. This has a degree of 3, 0, 2, and 1. Well, 14x cubed is the highest degree, and there's no other x cubes. So we start for our answer with 14x cubed. If there was another x cubed anywhere, we'd have to add to the 14 or take away, but we can't do that because it's all alone. So I have kept the 14x cubed as it is, and now we work our way down to any degree 2's. I have a 3x squared here and an x squared. I'm going to underline them in blue. 3x squared plus a positive x squared. Well, what is 3 plus 1? 3 plus 1 is 4. So in our answer, we will now have a 4x squared. I have added the x squared terms together. I can cross them off, and we're ready for the degree 1 pieces. Degree 1 here is x. Degree 1 over here is a minus x. So I have x plus a negative x. Well, 1 plus a negative 1 is 0. So our x's, which I'm going to underline in green here, our x's cancel each other out completely. So they are gone. And they do not get a place in our solution down here. Lastly, we go to our degree 0, our constants, which is 7 plus a positive 2. 7 plus positive 2 is 9. And there is our answer. We have successfully added our two polynomials together. I'll put another one on the board. Why don't you try pausing the video once you see it and see what you come up with. I bet you can handle it on your own. Here I have 8x squared minus 2x plus 3 plus 4x to the fourth minus 2x squared plus x. As I suggested, why don't you pause the video and give this one a try on your own. Just like we did in the last example, find your like terms and then combine them to get your answer. Alright, hopefully you've tried it on your own. Let's take a look. We've got x squared, x to the fourth, constant, x to the fourth, x squared, x. Well, what is our highest degree that we should start with? Hopefully you started with the x to the fourths. So I'm going to underline those in blue. And let's take a look at them. I have a negative 2x to the fourth. I have to treat it as negative because it's subtraction. Negative 2x to the fourth plus 4x to the fourth. So what's negative 2 plus 4? Negative 2 plus 4 is positive 2. So we'll start off with a 2x to the fourth, and we can cross those out. After x to the fourth, our next lowest degree is x to the third, and we have none of those. So we have to move down one more to x squared, which I'm going to underline in red. I have an 8x squared and a negative 2x squared. So I need to figure out what is 8x squared plus negative 2x squared. 8 plus a negative 2 is 6, a positive 6. So 2x to the fourth plus 6x squared is now the part of our answer. We've taken care of the x squared terms. Now I can move on to the next lowest, which is x to the first. And I only have a single x to the first. Since I only have that single x to the first, it is just going to get added into the problem. And then the same thing with our plus 3 constant. It's the only constant we have. So we have our answer here, 2x to the fourth plus 6x squared plus x plus 3. And there we have it. Hopefully that is the answer you did or you found on your own. Now let's take a look at subtraction, which for the most part is very similar, but there is one main thing you need to be careful of, and we'll talk about that in a moment. So let's take a look at subtraction. So here we have a subtraction problem with polynomials. We have 1 minus x squared minus 3x squared plus 2x minus 5. Now there's a couple different ways that people teach this and that people go through this type of subtraction. I'm going to show you the way that I think works best for me and for my students. So when we have subtraction with a polynomials, we generally, and from my experience, have found that students struggle when subtracting. So what we're going to do is turn it into addition. We're going to change this subtraction to addition. And by doing that, we are going to change the sign on everything else. Okay, it was a positive 3x, now it's a negative, it was a positive 3x squared, now it's a negative 3x squared. It was plus 2x, now it's minus 2x. It was originally minus 5, now it's plus 5. So all we have done is changed from subtraction to addition, and then changed all of the signs after it. The first piece stays exactly as it was. We did nothing there. And now that it's addition, we can go about the exact same way as before. I want my highest degree first, so I have a negative x squared and a minus 3x squared. So negative x squared plus a negative 3x squared, that's going to be negative 4x squared. And those will go away. After x squared is an x term. The only x term we have here is a negative 2x. So that'll be a minus 2x. And that goes away. Lastly, we have 1 plus 5. Well, 1 plus 5 is 6 for our constants. So we have a positive 6. And there is our answer, negative 4x squared minus 2x plus 6. I'm going to put one more of these up, just like before. Feel free to pause the video and try it on your own. See if you can handle it. Alright, here we have 5x cubed plus 12 plus 6x squared minus 13x squared minus 2x plus 4. Like I said, try pausing the video, give it your best shot, and see what you get. Alright, like we did before, when we are subtracting, I think it's easier if we change the subtraction to addition, and then change the signs in everything after the subtraction sign. So this positive 13x squared becomes negative 13x squared, minus 2x becomes positive 2x, and then the plus 4 becomes a minus 4. Now that we've changed all of our signs and left the front piece alone, now we can combine any and all like terms. We'll start off with 5x cubed. It's the highest degree, and there are no other x cubes anywhere, so it will just stay as it was, 5x cubed. After x cubed comes x squared. We have 6x squared, and we have negative 13x squared. So what is 6 plus a negative 13? Hopefully you said negative 7x squared. And the x squared terms go away. After x squared, we have a x to the first, and the only x to the first we have is here, our positive 2x. So we have a plus 2x to throw into the mix. And then lastly is our constants, which is 12 and a minus 4. What is 12 plus negative 4? 12 plus negative 4 is 8. Positive 8. And there is our difference. Hopefully you found these videos on polynomials helpful. Good luck classifying your polynomials based off of degrees and number of terms, as well as adding and subtracting them.